I'm Robert Pitbull Massalene, fight out of Fusion. I'm here today. I just want to show everybody what I normally do on a regular basis, even with this COVID-19 that's going on, just how I go my day to day.
So with the lockdown situation, they've had it for about 2 months now. How does that affect your training and your preparation?
The biggest thing was I actually got affected right before as soon as everything got started. I was in mid-preparation for a fight. I was supposed to fight on the last combat night. Pretty much last minute, once they started shutting things down and making changes, they pulled my fight, and so I was kind of stuck. I was able to train a little bit longer, for a couple weeks, and then they shut down the gyms. And then I found another gym that wasn't shut down yet, went over there, then they shut that gym down, so I had to find another way to do everything. So now I'm just kind of, not able to do my jiu-jitsu, my Muay Thai, or any of that, but I'm still out getting my cardio and everything else in on a daily basis.
What team are you training out of right now?
I'm training with Fusion. I've been with Fusion now since 2019 now, so it's a little bit over a year now. So I've been over there, love the guys, miss those guys right now, miss training over there and everything.
What is the one thing that you miss right now if you get back into the gym? Is it the sparring or the weight training or the group camaraderie? What do you got?
I miss looking forward to being able to see the guys on a daily basis and get in there and learn new things from them. I miss, being able to spar on Saturdays. That's like my biggest, I look forward to that. I miss the overall atmosphere there.
Not too bad. What is your weight class that you're fighting in right now?
Normally I fight between 170 and 180.
Do you feel that, are you one of those that like to cut weight, or are you are you solid with that weight cut right now? Are you solid at that weight, fighting at that weight?
I don't mind fighting at that weight. I don't mind the weight cut. I walk around about 195, 200, depends on what the day is. And when I plan out my weight cut, I plan it out properly, so I change the way I eat, I change, what I'm putting in my body, and I do that within probably a month out or so, and that way whenever the week before fights comes, I'm already either on weight or 5 pounds out.
I always want to ask a question. Your nickname, Pitbull, where did you get that? Everybody has their meaning behind that. Where does that come from? Short, strong, built, is that where that?
Well, part of it is that. The other part is I'm also a biker. I ride with a club. I've been with the club for a while, and that was my name that's stuck with me. That's the name I go under. That's my moniker. So Pitbull is actually my first name.
Are you what I consider to be an essential worker right now? I know everybody's feeling that financial crunch. What are you doing right now as far as money? Are you hurting like a lot of other people? Or are you comfortable? Or
I'm comfortable. I am essential. I go to work on my regular schedule. The only thing that's really changed is some days I work from home, a couple days I work in the office. I deal with emergency management, so that is one of the things that I have to deal with on a daily basis. I get to hear the ins and outs of things that are going on, so it's stressful to a point because I'm trying to answer people's questions when I don't have all the questions for them. So that is my stress, and the bad part is I don't have an outlet for it right now.
So I have a question for a lot of people. You're in a relationship right now.
Yes.
How is that working with your significant other, stress-wise? It's like, is there any, I would say, tips for people out there that are possibly in relationships, or how does it work for you?
The biggest thing I could say is get out and do something together. Don't just be stuck in the house. Get out and walk. Get out and exercise together. Anything you can do to build that relationship, to help each other out, to help each other de-stress, do that. Don't become a factor, become the helper there. Everybody's going through something right now. Everybody's going through stresses. I know a lot of people are probably going through problems with their relationships because of the fact of being together all day long, because they don't have any other outlet. So they go reach for a bottle, or they want to eat all day. So now they're just like, oh God, I'm getting fat. Oh God, she's not looking the way I thought she was going to look. A lot of different things are going on in people's heads. Get out and enjoy each other's company. That's the biggest tip I can give to anybody.
With your girlfriend, does she enjoy you fighting? This is not a sport for the week. How does she feel about that kind of stuff?
She supports it. I know at some point she wants me to rethink it with my age, but I'm in there until I can't do it anymore. I enjoy it. I've got a certain goal I want to reach at this point.
And with your age, I'm pushing a certain age. I think you are 40 right now?
I am 40.
You are, I would say, an inspiration for a lot of people out there right now. Your training methods from the time you're in your 20s fighting till now, how do you feel about that? What's changed exactly?
I think I've done things a lot better. You know, there's a lot of things that I wish that I knew then that I know now, and I could have incorporated back then because I think I would be even more prime at this point. But at the same time, the lessons that I learned then, I've taken into account now. So if I had anything to say to my younger self, it'd be like, eat better. That would have been the biggest thing for me, eat better.
They have all the fighters, you've got the Randy Couture's, you got the Yoel Romero's, that have this, they went really far past their 40s. Are you looking to, is there a certain time you're going to retire, or are you just going to, your body's going to know when to stop?
I believe my body will know when to stop, but I definitely think I can get well past my 40s and doing this. You know, I don't plan on quitting. You know, even after I'm done fighting, I still plan on being active in the sport.
What is your, like, diet-wise? Are you more like vegetables, or your high meat, proteins? I'm always trying to find out for older people what's going on.
Well, one of the things I can attribute to my girlfriend is that, you know, I kind of look at foods a different way. You know, it's like, I know the commercial meats and things like that, they just are full of all sorts of different things that have put weight onto me. So when I changed up that diet, I hate the word diet, but when I changed up that diet, I started doing cleaner meats, cleaner foods. I don't eat as much meat. I eat more fish, vegetables, and things like that. And I feel better. You know, my supplements, I take in, you know, a lot of natural supplements to boost my immunity, things that help my joints, everything. So.
Nice. With that, training camp wise, how you you switched from what camp were you at before you were at Fusion?
When I first started out, I was over at Extreme Gracie in Mineola. I was doing Muay Thai over there. I took my first few matches of kickboxing through them. And then I wound up getting hurt back in 2018. I tore a bicep in the middle of a fight. And you know, finished the match. Didn't realize it was messed up until well afterwards. And so I needed something for myself. There was something that was missing. And so my passion, because I grew up wrestling, was wrestling. So there was a background I had there. So I moved out from that point, got myself better with my hands, and then just went into, you know, doing wrestling and jiu-jitsu. And Fusion just happened to be the place that catered to that type of need that I needed there.
So that's my next question, that transition. How do you feel from Extreme to Fusion? Is it a good transition? Do they have a better camp? Are they friendly? I mean, the work ethic behind it, is it pushing you? Have you learned more?
Two different gyms. You know, I love both gyms. I love everybody at both gyms. Just for me, the way that I work is, you know, there's more of an MMA focus over at Fusion. So that's kind of, you know, that's kind of the meat and potatoes of it, you know. And, you know, honestly, I could recommend both gyms to anybody. And I wouldn't be remiss by saying, hey, this is a good gym and this is a good gym. So there's no animosity or anything that I have on either side of it. There's something that I needed for myself to open up my horizons to be able to continue on doing what I wanted to do.
A lot of people have their sparring partners, preferable people that they like to work with to push each other and like that. Do you have any partners in the gym that you really focus and work with to help you grow as a fighter?
Everybody knows Val. I love sparring with Val. Val, young, hungry, pushes the hell out of me whenever we're going. Yeah, I try my hardest to push the hell out of him. I've got Justin over at Extreme, you know, big heavyweight guy. I like having the bigger guys that I can train with because I am a big guy myself, and being able to get that and get in there and move around with these guys just gives me that much more confidence in my ability to somebody that's my size or smaller.
One of the offshoot questions, I know you said you had a bicep tear. How is that with the recovery? Do you still feel the effects from that, or are you still, what's going on with that?
Well, honestly, I had great doctors over at Florida Sports Injury, so I got a complete reconstruction. They wound up putting a cadaver Achilles in there, and I can honestly say I'm a lot stronger now than I was then. And it's like, I feel nothing in there. I still stay on my supplements that I was taking to help build up those joints and those tendons and things like that. So I definitely can say that it's not been a problem for me whatsoever.
I always ask the fighters if they were to open the lockdown today and say they have a contract fight for you right now, would you be able to jump in there? Would you be prepared to get it?
Oh yeah, I'd definitely be at it. I stay on top of my health. I stay on top of my, my weight, and stay on top of cardio, things like that. I stay active. There's not a time that I'm not gonna be active. I've got to, for my sanity, I've got to stay somewhat active. Whether it's me running the trails, doing pull-ups, push-ups, body weight things, I'm gonna do it, and I'll find a way to work out somehow.
Long-term goals. Is marriage in your future? Like fighting-wise, do you have like a lot of people have that goal of what they're trying to get to. Do you have any goals right now, or are you just day by day kind of thing like that? Are you one of those type of people, or how does that?
No, I definitely have goals. Marriage definitely. That's one of those. Also, my biggest thing, I don't have to be on the big stage, but I love to be able to make a pro debut. That is a goal, that is a dream that I know I can accomplish, and I will accomplish.
UFC or Bellator? I always ask. You have UFC is the pinnacle, but then they have Bellator. They have all these offshoot brands, but what would you like to see yourself in?
Honestly, it seems the Bellator caters more to us older guys, so it'd be nice to fight an undercard on Bellator just one time.
Okay. Do you have any, I would say, motivating fighters? Do you have any fighters you look up to that have that same style? They might be stylistically in your bracket, or are you just motivating you?
I still take a lot of my stuff from the older fighters. Anderson Silva, even though he's a completely different style fighter than I am, he's a southpaw. I'm a southpaw. I love watching southpaws fight. Rampage, just a monster when he comes in the cage. He just, at it. Vanderlei Silva, another monster, just, always at it. Those are people that I like to model myself after, because they get at it. They don't care if they get hit, if they get knocked out. They want to do it when they're and do what they do.
So is that more your style? You're just an aggressive fighter. I would say stylistically you're a thinker, but you still have that aggressive. Or are you more, I see like Daniel Cormier, he's got more like a holdback style, but he's still in the game.
So my first fights, yeah, definitely aggressive. Use a lot of power, a lot of energy. But once I changed up and started seeing, hey, you know what? If I start thinking, slow it down a little bit, I start landing more. I start getting more. I get more into the fight. So now I think I'm more of a thinker and relaxed, and I would love to just be able to. My biggest thing was I was looking forward to this next fight, because there was something that I had coming up, because it was just like, man, I'm there, I feel it. So
do you have as far as fighting, how many, I don't know, I already asked you about this with the goals of fighting. How many fights do you feel that you have in you? Like I've actually heard some fighters say they only want to do 10. They only want to, and I know you said your body, when your body feels it, but do you have a set number that you would kind of like want to win under your belt? It's a strange question, but like I say, like if you have 5 or 6, 8, 9 fights that you want to get out of your system before you start slowing down, anything like that?
I've had 6 fights, 4 kickboxing, 2 MMA, and honestly, I don't feel any slower, and I don't think I'm gonna slow down anytime soon. I think it's more gonna be, it's gonna be that I'll know when it's time for me to just stop. I know when my body says, hey, you know what, you need to relax today. I'll listen to my body and be like, relax today. But as far as giving myself a limit on how many fights I'm gonna do, I don't want to put a limit on it. I want to keep going, because if I put a limit on it, then my body's gonna stop. Because I'm gonna have that mindset of, okay, you know what, I'm gonna get to 5 fights or 5 wins, and then I'm just gonna slow down. Then I don't want to do that. I don't want to slow down. I don't want to feel old. I've got inspirations that I've seen. I've seen a 65-year-old guy jump on the same kind of sport bike that I have, ride up and down a mountain whipping my ass just back and forth. I mean, and then we get down to the bottom. He's like, okay, if you try this and you do this, then you can do this. Go back up. He still whips me, but I get, got those concepts down. So at 65 years old, this man, he had a sport bike and a Harley, and he's like, you know what? I get up every morning. I got my cane. I wobble up a little bit, then I jump on my sport bike on the Saturdays, and I get up here in the mountains and I do this all day long. So I want to be that person.
Nice. Do you have any advice for people that want to get into the sport right now? There's safety-wise, health-wise, it's not a easy sport to transition to. Do you have any?
Stay within your limits. Don't overdo it. Don't push yourself too much to the point to where you're hurting yourself every time you get in. If you feel pain and you're young especially, stop, wait, heal, and then get back and do it again, because you only got one body, and it's only going to take one really bad accident for you not to be able to do anything ever again. So take it easy, take care of your body, eat right, take the supplements that you need to take in order to make sure that your body builds the way it needs to build. Work out, stay healthy. Do not get in there and think, okay, you know what, I can go to the gym one day out of the week and then I'm going to be the best fighter in the world, because that's not going to happen.
You have one question. I should ask this in the beginning. What made you want to fight? This is a sport that you're inflicting pain and then having pain inflicted on you. It's not for everybody. Where's your mindset when you wanted to just say, you know what, I want to get in there and fight?
I've always had that in me. I mean, I did 12 years in the Marine Corps. Before that, like I said, I was a wrestler. I've always had that competitive, aggressive spirit in me that I just want to get in and do something. So I've always been hungry to try out and see where my body can go, where I can take myself in the next level. And so fighting was just that one thing that, I had plenty of chances to do it when I was stationed in California, but it was like I didn't know if I really wanted to get to it at that point, which I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I was still younger. So I was able to, do other things. Now that I'm a little bit older, I'm like, I haven't killed my body to the point that where I can't do anything. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let's get it. Reach that goal. Do the thing that you said you've been wanting to do. So let's go good.
Well, I hope that you reach your goals. You seem like a very tough fighter. I've been watching you. Super fan. You've got keeping me motivated as a mature fighter. Always keep doing your thing. And thank you for taking time with me on this interview.
Definitely, brother.
All right.